everyone, and welcome back to Do We Know Them, episode 285 for Cosmo and Wanda. Get it?
Could you tell?
Hopefully. God.
I mean, I feel like these are pretty recognizable characters. I have to ask, is your wand
Crooked?
Yeah, they're supposed to be like normal stars, right? Like they're not supposed to be crooked, are they?
You know, I don't know, but they are all crooked. I checked.
Mine was also dirty when it got here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No, but mine is definitely crooked. And you know what? Something tells me it is supposed to be crooked.
I feel like because they're kind of like...
Yeah, like cartoonish.
By the way, if you guys missed the episode back a while ago now, we had inadvertently dressed in green and pink, which is why I'm Cosmo, she's Wanda. I was like adding crowns to that episode, and we had not talked about Cosmo and Wanda or Fairly Odd Parents like ever. But the day after we filmed, coincidentally, was like when this, I keep forgetting, was it a movie that was coming out?
I don't know what it was. I think it was
like a reboot of some kind.
Back.
Yeah,
reboot.
Well, you got to keep it on now because we're dedicated to our cosplay as Cosmo and Wanda.
Yeah,
of course. Anyway, so
when I started looking for those assets, I Googled the Fairly Odd Parents, and we had filmed 2 days prior, and 1 day ago, it said, was it the sequel is coming out?
they're like relaunching Fairly Odd Parents, essentially.
I literally was like, what? What do you mean?
You sent that to me like middle of the night, and I woke up like scared. Like I was like, I don't know what kind of thing this is.
What are the odds? Like that show has not aired in like decades. And then also we never talk about it. Like that's not like a thing we reference all the time.
Well, if you guys don't know our like prophecy, is that what it's called? I don't know. If you don't know what our talents are about, let me explain it to you. Basically, we have noticed a pattern where we will talk about something. Let's say it's something that hasn't been talked about in a long time. And after we talk about it, something happens with that topic.
Yeah, basically it's like an uncontrollable manifestation power that we don't know how it's going to manifest.
We're powerful manifestors, but we don't know how to control it at all because I would just be like money, but it hasn't worked for that.
But literally hadn't thought about Fairly Odd Parents in forever. And as you also might know, we have kind of psychic tendencies. So that was really one of our biggest, it's not a prediction. We still haven't really ever figured out what to call our powers. Uncontrollable manifestation.
I think it's just our intuition.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that. But I just looked it up, and this is how the wands are in the show. And I think it's because Timmy draws them.
Oh, they're crooked.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
well,
I think he draws, like he came up with Cosmo and Wanda. You know what I mean?
Oh, that makes sense. I thought it was just because they were like a little bit wonky. Like they're not the best they're Fairly Odd Parents, not fairy godparents.
Yeah, this is accurate, historically.
Historically accurate. That is our MO. Happy Halloween. October.
Happy Halloween. This is just a regular episode. If you're new here, we just like to get a little, just a little silly with it.
I asked Jesse, I was like, so I'm going to do my eyebrows dark. Should I do...
That confused me.
To do them dark?
The eyebrows dark. Is that supposed to be? Does he have them like that?
Yeah, he has like very thick, dark eyebrows. So I asked her if I should do eyeliner or Sharpie, and she said eyeliner for sure. So...
Like what fucking...
I don't know. I wasn't positive that I had any eyeliner. I had to go digging and find some, but thank you for stopping me because I was going to just go for the easy option, and I don't think that would have come off very easy. So
I didn't realize. I guess Wanda does have thick eyebrows too, but these will have to do. Anyway.
She doesn't have like black ones though. He has like fucking caterpillars.
Oh yeah, his are really thick. Okay, hers are a little skinnier, but they're black.
Oh, see, I told you should get crazy and get pink contacts. I was going to get green ones, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to get them in and out.
But dude, literally the shipping or the sites, like it all just looked a little shady, and I was like, I'm not sticking that in my eyeball. I did it once for Halloween when I was a teenager, and my eye burned for weeks.
We did it
so you gotta be
on
careful.
Beauty Break once, and I think I ended up getting like one in. I don't wear contacts, so it was like very difficult for me. Jocelyn ended up had a full-on panic attack. Like I've never seen her freak out, and she was like, didn't know how to get it out again. I don't think she wears contacts ever either. No, it definitely doesn't. So It didn't go well.
I didn't want to do it, so I just did pink eyeshadow. Okay,
perfect.
That's enough.
Yeah, I wish there was like a Snapchat filter or something I could put on the episode.
Like one of those bold glamour filters that make you look like an alien. No thanks.
Funny too.
Well, we do have an episode for you today, so let's get to it. I need to put this down because I'm going to be playing with it the whole time. I can't.
I know. I'm like, so next we have...
Somebody handcuff me because I'm going to be waving that thing around too much.
I'm going to try and just hold mine with my beverage. It would be great if it was like a straw, but there's no hole in it.
Now you're asking for too much.
I know. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do WAGS. Let's just do the WAGS. Why not?
Yes. Is the S in WAGS just like plural, or does that
I think so,
stand for
yeah.
something
Because I
too?
know wives and girlfriends, and then I think like the S in both of those is just
Okay.
like, that's what they are.
It's
They're
a
wives and
mutual S.
girlfriends.
Okay, got it. So, yeah, if you aren't familiar, WAGs, it's like what usually they call like the girlfriends and partners of athletes. The ones that
Yes.
are like very invested in like going to all the games too. As you might imagine, that's a pretty big community and they tend to get dressed up for games. So that made a perfect business opportunity for this woman, Kayla, to start a clothing line where she makes custom WAGs clothing for the girlfriends and partners to wear to their partner's games. Honestly, smart move. That's big business, I feel like.
Why? I feel like they would just wear designer. Aren't they all rich?
No, but they wear like custom things because they'll wear like their jerseys and like they want to wear like the colors.
Like
of the-
bedazzled or something?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think the idea here, very smart. I think there's definitely a market for it. I'm not sure how I feel about her options. She says she can make anything, but
Oh, now I'm scared. Okay.
I
Here we
just
go.
not for me. But how do you feel?
So what is it?
You know, like
So-
like those
Hold on.
blankets that are like knit and they're like kind of cozy.
Yeah, but it's also giving you cut out a picture of someone and like just glued it on there. Is
But
that
they're
what this
in
is?
like that blanket material, I feel like a lot of the time. Like that's what that is. That's why it's there's
Is this
like frillies
printed on
it.
there? It looks like a
No.
cutout.
It is a cutout of other material though.
Oh, I don't know. This is not even like a full PNG image. Like there's white in between his arms.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
that's
that
like
be
the look though that
taken
they
out?
went for. But
Oh, that's the look.
yeah, I guess.
Oh, undone a bit avant-garde. Got it.
It's wagsunlimited.com, but there's two D's on unlimited, which I find funny because there's not in the brand name. So I guess with one D, that website must have been taken. But here's some examples. See how like those pants on the right are like,
Right.
you can kind of tell. I think that's the material that the other things are like sewed on. And I don't really know how she's making it though, because I don't feel like she's like obviously like hand stitching it. But
I find this so interesting because no matter how much I love my partner, I would be a little bit like embarrassed to do this. I mean, you know, like props
because
to
of
you
the
and, like, be
clothing
proud
or
of your
because
man.
of them wearing their man?
Like both. Like the clothing's fine. No, the clothing's fine. But like I can't picture like if Nassim was still playing soccer that I would print out his face and full body on my jeans. Like I think that's a little bit intense, no?
I
Or are they
mean,
just really proud and I'm a hater ass bitch? I don't know.
I don't know.
Would you like walk into a stadium with that? Why not?
I think I would walk in with their jersey, maybe.
Of course, the jersey's so cute. Or even if you did something
Yeah.
custom with their number, like this one right here, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's cute.
I even think the pants are okay.
It's the full pictures that I can't get into.
Yeah, like on the dress, not for me.
Yeah. Oh,
There's another one.
that's,
That's the better look of like the material.
I don't even know what to make of that. Yeah.
I don't really understand either. Again, not really for me, but I guess a lot of people seem to like it because this lady, Kayla, has sold quite a bit. Well, she's completed quite a few. No, completed is not correct either. She has received quite a few orders.
Oh no. Okay. But she has pictures on her site of the people that she's making this for. So presumably
Yes.
a couple people.
Some people-
Like that's real. She's not like
Yes. Well,
not creating things.
some people receive them, but the key word there is some. Many have not received them.
But the issue isn't the quality, right? Like we're not looking at this and like hearing
I mean,
that
I
it's
don't think we
bad.
even really get to the quality. It's that most people never received anything at all.
Okay, got it. And how much we talking? Does she have prices on here?
I don't know because they're mostly custom, so it's like a
Oh, it's like a little contact form. Custom design
they
request.
they'll get like quotes. But people are making orders. I don't know how much each individual piece is, but people are making orders on average that are around like $450 to $500.
Oh wow. Okay.
So whether that's like one piece or like five, I don't really know. I'm assuming it's probably like 2 to 3 if they are custom. But so again, that's Kayla that owns this business. And we're going to be hearing, though, from Diana, who attempted to buy, I think it was like almost $1,000 worth of stuff and never received it. And then started getting a little, she's very nice throughout this entire thing, but she started getting a little perturbed. She has multiple part story times because it starts with her own story. And then she quickly realizes that Kayla may be running a bit of a scam, allegedly,
no.
in my opinion.
WAGS Unlimited is a complete scam, and I have the receipts not only for myself, but those from the experience of other girls as well. For example, there was a girl who placed an order worth $1,500 in May, only to receive part of the order, a few items out of her order. To this day, she has not received her complete order. So I'm going to start with my experience, and then I'm going to show you screenshots of other girls and what their experience was and how they have still not received their items even months after placing their order. Buckle up, because this might take a minute. This all starts on August 27th when the owner, Kayla, texted me and wanted to create game day clothes together.
Do we read these or are they not important?
Oh, well, I guess we get better idea of the pricing. So it says she can do 100 a piece for
any tapestry pieces.
Yeah, which I think is that material I was talking about. She says, do you do any bedazzling? She says, yes, but only the outline. And she said, yes, perfect. Then she said, yes, any tapestry. And then she said, yes, what if we do like a tapestry sweatpant with a glitter tank top? And she says, yes. So again, she's reaching out to her.
Right.
I think she probably reached out Instagram first, but then now they're via text.
I wanted game day clothes. I sent her ideas of the things I wanted. She said, great, I'm gonna give you this discounted rate. That was the first red flag, right? Unprovoked gave me a discount because she wants to make content for her page and blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, great, this is what I want. She said, okay, you can send payment here. I said, I'll send half as a deposit and we can go from there. My deposit was $202. From that day, August 27th till September 20th, I'll put the screenshots here. She did not text me one time. No text message update, no photos, no timeline expectations, nothing. So I texted her on September 20th and I said this message. I said, hi, happy Saturday. I wanted to give you a heads up. They have their first game second week of October. In the meantime, do you have any progress pics? She texts me back on Monday, September 22nd. So 2 days for an update. Hey babe, yes, I'm about to be done. You can Venmo me the other half. I said, yes, what's the username? Can you show me pics of how it looks so far? This is another red flag because when I paid her the first time, she sent me an invoice that I paid through a link in my email, okay? She said, won't be at my suite until later and have to get more materials. Trust me, you're in good hands. I also have to overnight ship because I'm moving Wednesday.
If anybody tells me, trust me, you're in good hands, I know I am in fact not in good hands. I would be scared.
Correct.
Okay. I texted her that night, hey, did you make it back to your suite? She didn't respond. Tuesday, I texted, hi, did you get pics of the items? No response. Sunday, okay, Sunday, I say, hi, it's been a week. Please send an update. No response. Monday, hi, Kayla. I understand things can get busy, but it's been over a week without any updates. At the very least, could you please send me a quick text update? Last week you said you were almost done. We first discussed this order on August 27th, so it's been over a month. The lack of communication does not create trust, and I need clarity on where things stand. I will send the rest of the money once I receive pictures of the items. That is only fair given how long this has taken and the poor communication.
This is giving me flashbacks to the like roses in the resin situation.
Oh yeah, like,
when it was like,
I got
hey,
the picture coming, don't
please
worry.
send me a picture, please send me an update, and like being way too polite. I wouldn't say she's being way too polite here, but she's being very like understandable, I feel like.
Okay, I'm being very understanding of things that are going on.
I'm so dead. What the fuck? You see, we're witches. I'm telling
Psychic.
you. We're not, capable of making any sort of difference in our own lives.
No,
we're not powerful
it's just
enough.
like, haha, I knew it.
Yeah, exactly.
In the meantime, on her Instagram stories, she's posting these things that she's having issues with FedEx and UPS and she has to switch her carrier, making excuses, okay? I am seeing this in real time. I'm like, there is no way that she's actually scamming this many people because on her socials, you wouldn't get that impression, right? So I'm sure, as you can imagine, I'm texting. She says that she's done over and over, okay? She asks me my shipping address, my full name, which she has this information, okay? She goes, I'll ship today or tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. She asks me for my email. Then she says she's gonna refund. So you're gonna refund me for things you already made when you could just ship them? That doesn't make any sense.
She says, hello, there's nothing in my email and still no pictures received here. Should we go down the refund route or some other form of compensation because this is ridiculous and bad business? And she says, I haven't emailed nothing yet because I'm not in my suite. So Diana follows up and says, from Monday, September 22nd to now, there's been no clarity on when you'll be at your suite and no effort to show photos. I'm sure you can understand how this is frustrating. She says, I can refund you half. I will still send it over.
Okay.
Why would she offer to refund if she was sending it? Like, why wouldn't you just send it?
Yeah.
Like, that seems weird. And then Diana says, great, that's the only reasonable solution since we started this order on August 27th and last Monday you texted me that you'll be shipping that day or the next. I've been very patient and understanding. Please let me know what time you will send me pictures and when you will ship.
When you could just ship them? That doesn't make any sense. That leads us to today, Saturday, October 4th. I texted her, good morning. This week on your IG story, you said you were shipping out all orders and she was closing orders for October. Can you please respond with an update? If I need to place orders elsewhere, I need to know right now because there isn't much time left and I need the clothes. This is incredibly unprofessional and you haven't sent any pictures of the clothing. Even an incomplete update would be reasonable and reassuring. This is starting to feel like a scam. She said, I told you I did your clothes. I made a post. I haven't had my phone. I will refund you. What's your full name? Cause, question mark, question mark, question mark. Completely unprofessional and rude. I said, you've already asked my name. If you slide up, my full name and address is there in our text thread. Why can't you show me the clothes and ship them if you already did them? This should not cause an issue at all. Games are coming up. It's normal that I'm asking you for updates. In fact, it's not normal that I'm asking you for updates because you should be giving me updates. So at this point, I decided I'm going to go on her page and DM a bunch of girls and see if other girls have had the same experience as I have because I know I cannot be
We
the
love an
only one.
investigative reporter.
Okay, so we have a part 2.
We have like 5 parts actually.
Oh, wow. Just from her?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but she's the like leader, and then she has found all of the other people that have also been scammed.
So I sent my message. I sent this, we're going to call her girl number 1. I sent girl number 1 a message, blah, 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 explained. She said, put in a bulk order in May and got a few of the items, but not all. She did tell me a few days ago that she'd be shipping everything, but I don't know if she did or didn't. That's the same thing she's been telling me. I said, wow, May. She said, I know it's crazy, but I've been trying to be understanding because it was low-key a lot, but it's still disappointing, you know? You're definitely not alone. Then our conversation just goes on and on. This girl placed an order worth $1,500. We're gonna move on to girl number 2. She's mad, okay? I sent her my message. I said, hi, I wanted to ask what your experience was with WAGS Unlimited. I placed an order, blah, 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 blah. She said, so bad, legit so bad. I texted her probably 3 times a day and no response. She keeps saying that she's going to send me a tracking update, but nothing. She said she's 100% scamming and my order total was $450. I believe the owner is taking our money, advancing herself, using it for her own expenses, and then creating our items with her own funds as it comes in.
Wait. So like she's doing it for other WAGs, but like she needs other people's money to buy materials to do it for the other
So what
WAGs?
she ends up figuring out more, this is like her like theory at the moment, but then she seems to confirm it more, is that she's taking money that she's getting from these people and then like making past items. Like she's also spending a lot of the money just herself and then using what's left over to like make people stuff that she already had been like putting off. So it's like she's taking new people's money to make old stuff.
Oh God. What's that called? There's a name for that.
Well, so she calls it a Ponzi scheme later. I don't know if that's the correct terminology,
no,
but
I
it's
think
the,
a Ponzi
there's
scheme
the phrase
is like you're not buying anything. Like you're like buying into something, but there's not like an actual thing that you're buying. It's like a...
You know, I'm actually going to Google it. Yeah, no, it says a Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investment scam that pays returns to earlier investors using funds from new investors rather than from actual
Right.
profits. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's correct.
Oh my God. Well,
So
there you
yeah,
go.
it's how a Ponzi scheme works is unrealistic promises. The scammer promises unusually high returns with little to no risk. And then new investors' money is used to pay high returns to early investors, creating an illusion of success. Because the scheme relies on a constant stream of new money, when it runs out, the scammer can no longer pay returns. The scheme collapses, resulting in most investors losing their principal. So she hadn't quite collapsed yet, I guess you could say, but that's only because also people thought it was just like a small business and no one was really talking to each other. So then Diana comes out and she's like, actually, I'm going to expose all of this, and finds
Right.
that we're going to learn hundreds of girls from all over the country have been buying clothing from this lady, and she has just been blowing them off. She like does just enough to like make people think it's legit, and like she has like examples. So like on her website, there's people wearing it, and she like sends people enough to get them like kind of off her back, but not enough to actually be like completing their thousands of dollars of orders.
That's so crazy to me because I know not everybody has anxiety, but I don't know what this is called. Because
Right?
how does this not plague you and like you cannot sleep, eat? Like I would be throwing up, shitting my pants every day if I was trying to do this to so many people.
You know, funny you say that. Do you want to take a quick fast forward and see what she's doing instead? Kayla, that is.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah. Oh, she's at the club.
She's at the club,
Man,
And it
she's
says,
unbothered.
literally
Wow.
on my wrist, and she like is mouthing the words to the song, and she's like showing off her.
Oh, because it says ice. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm so dead.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
So that's what
that
Kayla's been busy
is-
doing while she's taking thousands of dollars from hundreds and hundreds of girls.
So not only do you not give a shit that you're doing it, but to flaunt it, like she literally, that's a different breed. I'll say that right now. That is a different breed of human being to be able to just scam people and then be like, ha 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 ha.
Right.
I scammed you.
Well, but it's funny because apparently her Instagram/TikTok, like her main accounts had been deleted or privated.
Because it got out after this. Like she did it after the story.
Yeah. Because again, like over 150 girls have like been now in communication and like know that this is a scam. Our researcher found her backup account, which she had not deleted. So I believe that that's where that video came from.
Oh my God.
So
Lovely.
maybe she
Love
didn't
that.
think that people were going to see it, but like, come on.
Okay, so back to part 2 with Diana.
So girl number 2 sent me messages of their text thread. I'm gonna insert here, you can pause to read. The owner, Kayla, went as far as saying, oh, I'm gonna FaceTime you, like I'm gonna show you the stuff. Oh, I thought I'm gonna call you in 5 minutes. Hey, they gave me a new tracking number. I couldn't provide you with the one I had. I'll give you that in the morning and you can go get it at FedEx.
You can go get it at FedEx.
Yeah, once you start with that shit, that's, what are you want me to go to an Amazon locker and get my order?
Exactly. I'm like,
Yeah,
once I have
this
to
is
pick up
ridiculous.
my package, no, something's going on.
The part that's so tricky about it is that some people do receive some of their items. Some people only bought one item and she would send that one item. Some people place orders with multiple items and she only sends part of the order. A scam.
This message says, one I ordered, it was a puffer that was inspired by someone else's work, and then she was supposed to make me a set to make up for the damaged piece she sent over.
Oh, so she also sends stuff, but it's damaged.
And then probably blames it on transit.
Yeah,
It's like,
of course.
it's missing all of the bedazzling? Fucking FedEx.
That's so
that
weird.
was like a Kaze. Wasn't that Kaze? Or somebody blamed FedEx for something that we
That
covered.
cake outlet cover.
Oh, the outlets. That was on Patreon. That's right.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
We're gonna move on. Girl number 3. She had the exact same experience as me. She would double text. She would always get back when she could. She said she thinks she's a bit overwhelmed. She took a long time to send her order. Girl number 3 placed her order at the end of last football season and only got it at the end of the summer.
Jeez.
Guys, that is insane and completely unacceptable. But again, it comes down to communication and the fact that this is a complete scam. If I continue reading these screenshots, it's the same thing over and over and over again. She did tell a few girls that she was going to refund them or send them other pieces, which she did not do. She told me she was going to refund me half of the deposit that I already sent, which she has not done. Then today she said she was going to refund me, which you heard me read in the screenshot. I have not received any refunds. She invoiced me. She has my information. It's very clear that she has not started my order, and that's okay because there's girls that placed an order literally 5 months ago. But to continue telling me to send her the rest of the money, to say that then she's going to refund me, it's just unacceptable, and I can't take it anymore, which is why I'm making this video. So ladies, be warned. You might receive your clothes a year later, half of the package. You might not receive it at all.
It's so funny to watch her because she's like, even now, like when she's like clearly mad, like she's being very calm, cool, collected about it. And she remains calm, cool, and collected, but she just gets like increasingly like, oh my God, how is this real? Because she finds more and more girls that have experienced the same thing. I think she does the math and she's like, it had to have been at least like 50 grand that she's made in orders that she's not fulfilled. This is another Diana video.
Over 100 girls have commented or DM'd me the exact same story over and over, you guys. It was exhausting for me, and I only placed my order a month ago. Like, I don't know how you guys held on for this long. There's no way.
Oh, no. Oh, not the doxing again.
So this is like not even her real number, I guess. This is like,
We're blurring it regardless.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's a number, and not it being a Miami number.
yeah, she's from Miami.
Oh, God damn it. Of course she is.
This is Kayla texting her from like an unknown number. It's different than the one she had been texting from. But Diana ends up cross-checking it with another girl, and like, this is definitely also Kayla's number. So Kayla starts texting her from this new number after she starts making these videos, including this one that says, "You a weird ass bitch. She been refunded or afforded everyone in the comments. Weird ass bitch."
Afforded everyone in the comments.
Yeah,
What does that
like
mean?
I don't.
She might have been drunk. I'll give her that. I'll
Perhaps
give her that.
maybe she was
might
at the
have been
club.
drunk. Maybe she was.
Stories, no matter how hilarious and infuriating they are, I'm going to give you the details you need to get your money back. First thing is that there are fake Zelle screenshots and fake Square refund screenshots. Multiple girls have sent me screenshots of their refund, and said, hey, have you seen any other girls with this exact thing?
So now
What is that?
Kayla has like photoshopped refund things that then it's like very Elizabeth Teckenbrock that she's like, no, look, I refunded your money. But then like she's actually just like changing the last 4 digits of the credit card number show. So she just changes that. But then she sends everyone the exact same screenshot.
And the screenshot says you requested a refund for $700. Is that how it works on Square?
Well, and also like if they didn't request it, if you're just issuing it, that wouldn't be
Yeah,
what
that's why I'm like, the wording is weird for the person who's issuing the refund. That is interesting,
Yeah.
but okay.
It's fake, blah, blah, blah. So as I was going through my messages, of course, you guys sent me the receipts, identical refund sheets, identical refund confirmation numbers, that's not a thing.
That reminds me of when we were covering Anna Paul, what's her brother's name?
Addis.
Like I overlaid because he showed all the proof of like, oh, look how many deals I got. What was the friend?
Michaela,
yes, Testa. When he was showing like all the transfer things to like, look how many brand deals and stuff I got her. But then I overlaid them and they were like, he had just copied and pasted the exact same one like 4 times on the same screen.
Yeah. The thing is that when you're doctoring something, it's so easy to get caught because it's so hard to make something like exactly like the real thing. Especially if you're new to Photoshop and you're new to anything like that, like I feel like people just don't know. It's very easy for it to look fake as fuck.
It is, but it's also not.
I don't know. I feel like all of Elizabeth's shit is so bad.
Well, that's the thing with Elizabeth too. In a lot of these scammers, it's like they're smart enough to do things that like people will fall for, but then they like get lazy or they just like don't think it through completely.
Right.
Elizabeth Teckenbrock, for example, her doctoring the emails, that's a pretty smart thing to do. Like you wouldn't really think to like go back, use other emails and like she was forwarding them, but then like using the headers from some, like it was a pretty smart idea and people fell for it. But then like when you really look at it, you realize like, oh, you didn't think that one through. Like that was pretty stupid.
Right.
Before we go any further, we have a word from our sponsor, Newly.
You know that feeling when you get invited to a wedding, a birthday, a night out, a work thing, all in the same month and you start scrambling because you don't know what you're going to wear? You could spend hundreds of dollars, going to the mall and trying to find new outfits for everything. Or you can get Newly, get an outfit for everything. And then next month, you could do it all over again with brand new outfits.
I mean, rarely do I have that many events, but even just one, I end up buying new stuff usually. So this is a perfect solution to not spend all of my money and then take up all of the closet space that I don't have.
So basically how it works is it's $98 a month and then you could choose any 6 styles for that month and you basically rent it. But if you want to have it for longer than you originally thought, or if something happens to it, because I know that's a big concern with renting clothes, Newly doesn't charge you any late fees or damage fees. So like if a button falls off or something, they're going to try to fix it. And either way, they're not going to charge you.
And you have access to thousands of different styles from hundreds of different brands. There's everything from party dresses to premium denim to one-of-a-kind vintage pieces. And they carry labels like favorite daughter, Reformation, free people, basically anything you could think of, they have.
And they also have inclusive sizing up to 5X as well as tall, petite, and maternity, which is great because a lot of times when you're pregnant, you're not going to need those clothes for very long. And you also, grow as your pregnancy progresses. So it's very nice to be able to get the clothes that fit you in the moment, but not have to commit to keeping them in your closet forever because you're not going to be pregnant forever.
It's true. That's what I've heard. Overall, it's just great because it gives you everything that you need to get inspired and stay creative with your wardrobe without having to commit to anything. And then you just get to keep cycling it out so you can keep switching it up.
Newly is already a great value at $98 a month for any 6 styles, but right now you can get $28 off your first month of Newly when you sign up using our code DWKT.
That's right, $28 off your first month when you use the code DWKT at Newly, NUULY.com.
That's Newly with 2 U's.com, NUULY.com using code DWKT. Newly subscription clothing rental. Change your clothes.
Match credit card info just to make you believe that she sent you a refund, right? So be aware of that if you're trying to get your money back that way. Zelle is immediate. Who has waited 2, 3, 4 days for a Zelle? That's insane.
Correct.
Ask for a Venmo because she does seem to be refunding a select few people through Venmo. I don't know how she chooses who to refund, but people have been getting some money back. There is one really important thing I want to touch on. There was a comment on my first video that said there's a difference between poor communication and lying. Saying that you shipped something and then coming back a few days later and saying that you're gonna send a refund and then saying you shipped it is a lie. Okay, saying that your order is arriving today in an Uber is a lie.
In an Uber?
Oh, get ready. She explains that one.
Oh, I love that.
There was one girl specifically, she was so frustrated. She sent me everything, every text message, every payment, everything. She said that the owner sent her clothing in an Uber because they're in the same area. The girl was waiting outside for the Uber. She's asking her, what car is he in? What is he wearing? When is he gonna be? Then she texted the girl from a fake number pretending to be the Uber driver.
I just don't know why you would do something like that when it's so clearly not gonna work.
There's different degrees of scammer, and I feel like this is pretty much like stage 5,
Final
where
boss.
they take the lie. Yeah, they take it all the way. They said, all right, let's do this. Let's take it to the last fucking second. Like, Kayla's in the club pretending to be an Uber. Like, it's just insane. I don't know how someone does that.
A lot of people pointed out in this situation, though, it's like, at this point, you're doing so much. Like, you're putting in a lot of work. Why
Just
wouldn't
do
you just
the
do the
work.
work? Like,
Yeah,
do the original
yeah.
thing.
So the average orders I calculated on average were around $550. On the high end, there were several girls who placed orders worth $1,000 or more. If you multiply that by 100 girls, that's an average again, average of 100 girls, there's more. That's over $50,000, you guys. Seeing from the screenshots too is that we're all so patient, we're all so kind. We're using very understanding and kind language. She responds rudely and disrespectfully, making everybody think that they're crazy and they're doing too much. I don't know how a lot of you waited this long. Like, I placed my order in August and I was getting mad not just for the money, but because the games are coming up and I wanted things to wear at the games. And if I was sat at that first game without my outfits, I was going to be furious. It's easy to feel bad for people, and I do have a bit of compassion, but it gets to a point where you realize, like, okay, it's not just that, you know, maybe her work is slow or her communication is bad. No, these are actual lies. This is an actual scam. And of course, she relies on the few orders that she has sent to people to sort of like grip onto any type of like reputation or truth, which leads me to my next point. She is texting me from her second number, pretending to be someone else. I'll put the screenshot here, calling me names.
Oh, so this second number sends a screenshot showing that they refunded Diana $202. Very official. And then it says, she been refunded you, and you make a video because you wanted fame, ho.
Yep.
Golly.
I guess it was a Venmo, so it would have been public, so like anyone could screenshot it. But like, why would a random person be doing this? Like, it's clearly her, and she finds out it's her. Like, she
it's
compares the
100%
number
her.
to another person.
And not all
but, like,
Venmo transactions are public either. I make all of mine private. So it really,
well, if it was
it's
public,
her.
I guess it could have been, but it's just crazy.
Again, though, I don't condone doxing. She definitely doxed her a little bit here. A little bit. That's her number.
Yeah.
On the top.
But I guess she probably was thinking, like, because it's not her real number.
Yeah, like maybe it's one of those Google numbers that they generate similar like area codes and
Still
stuff.
doxing, I think, but
Yeah.
It's the same exact phone number. Oh, you can't make this up. So, ladies, keep me updated. Message me. I'm checking my messages. I'm determined for everyone to get their money back. There are attorneys on deck.
Attorneys on deck.
she has just like taken it upon herself to be like the leader of like, let us get back at this scammer.
Which is crazy because, and I mean, listen, $200 is a lot of money. And if I spent that on clothes and I didn't get it, yes, I would be furious. But a lot of effort too on her end to be like, so like, I don't know. I think she has justice sensitivity. You know, like
100%, 100%.
Where she's like, no, fuck you. It's about the principle.
Yeah, well, and it's funny because she isn't even actually like going after the scammer. Like, she could be like I think maybe she has talked to police, but like she could be actually making this like a legal issue for her. And she's really just trying to get all of their money back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, police involvement and court involvement, as we know, it's not very
complicated and
satisfying.
annoying.
Yeah. It's long. It's annoying. So I could totally see why that's her goal.
By the way, receiving items with holes in them, items that don't fit after 2 months, after 3 months, after 4 months, after 5 months. There was even a girl who's been waiting for 10 months. Guys, it's all fraud. That is fraud. And she knows it. There has been a police report filed on her in the past. So
in the
this
past.
seems to be a pattern. Again, I'm not doing this to bash anybody. I just want everyone to be aware and to have the information that you need in order to get your money back, because this is our hard-earned money at the end of the day. It seems that there's actually no shame in this, because people from the town that she lives in
This is crazy.
have messaged me saying, yeah, she did this to me too, and they know each other personally, have sent me screenshots of her scamming them. I do want to say this, of the people who have commented and sent me messages, some of them did get refunds, some of them got partial refunds, but it was only after constantly texting, constantly getting a runaround, having to do the absolute most, you guys. It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
She mentions people from her like hometown getting scammed in this scam, but she's also now found stuff where it's like people commenting on like a Facebook post from like her middle school, like growing up with her, that she used to scam other people about things all the time.
I mean, that makes sense. I don't think this is something you're just
This
like,
is her first time.
oh, this would be a good business model. Like, no, I think you're just like that.
Yeah.
And then now you're doing it on a bigger scale.
Go ahead, Billy Badass. I will. Do it. Don't you worry. Do it, bitch. Do it.
What the fuck?
That was Kayla provoking one of the people that's like trying to get her money back, and she called her Billy Badass.
Billy Badass? What the fuck, bro? What is happening?
I guess she gets like very sassy with some of the people that are trying to get their money back.
And then she just starts coming up with nicknames.
It has been confirmed through various sources that what she runs is actually a Ponzi scheme where she gets a lot of us to send her money, and then she doesn't make the items, and then when a few of those girls press her, she goes and gets new clients and gets them to send her money, like, oh, I'll do this at a discounted, just like send me this now, and then refunds those girls. And then this new batch of clients becomes the old clients, and then she gets new people to refund, and then she kind of collects the difference. The cycle just continues until recently. Here's a screenshot I got today, Monday, October 6th.
Oh, this was bad. Someone says, hey girl, I'm from Miami and everyone knows Kayla is a fraud. I'm so sorry that happened. She's lied about her whole life. She claims she got a full tennis scholarship to go to University of Miami, but the university never offered her. And her full name is Kayla, date of birth. If you wanted to file a police report. Her Snapchat is Tennis Kayla.
Is that doxing?
I don't know. We should probably bleep it.
Oh, God.
So far, more than 150 girls have come forward, and I have over
150 is crazy.
Oh, some people got refunds from charging, like they're like doing a chargeback on their credit card.
Yeah.
Which
Still like
probably
ridiculous
your
that
best route.
they have to do it. But yeah, I would suggest
Yeah.
that too.
phone number after phone number, runaround after runaround. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I feel like if you can give this many girls across the United States of America the runaround, you could successfully run your business. You know what I mean? I wanted to talk also about the jerseys. So a lot of girls have messaged me that they sent her official jerseys, and at bare minimum, they want their jerseys back.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
so
that's
some people
fucked.
send it to her for customizing.
Yep.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Correct.
She confirmed with them she would send some of their things back. So hopefully that remains true and you guys can get your jerseys back, because jerseys are so sentimental. Like, okay, keeping the money is one thing, but keeping the jerseys is a completely separate issue. So to get
Well, why would you even take them if you're not going to do it?
Yeah, what are you doing with them? Maybe she sells them or something. I don't fucking know, but Jesus.
Okay, so with all of that being said, I'm going to start a series where I read off some of the funniest conversations, the funniest runarounds, the funniest excuses.
So this that we're about to watch is the final part 5, but she like answered comments and did
Yeah,
like little side
there's a
videos,
few
right?
in between. You can go to her account. It's Princess Di 1120, and she has some more entertaining things there. And I feel like she'll probably keep posting because that's 150 girls.
That's a lot of stories
Yeah,
to
I was
share.
gonna say she has a lot of material. She offered to pay her to delete the videos.
Shut up.
She wants to pay me to delete the videos.
And it's from one of her fake numbers, of course. And the message says, hey, this is Kayla customer. Okay. What?
I don't know.
Kayla customer. I wanted to say I had a good experience, but some didn't. Okay.
We know.
I just don't think she deserves that backlash. How can we get this taken down for her? She deleted all her pages.
The
Can I pay
idea
you?
that a random customer would be offering to pay her to get these taken
That's
down is
so
absurd.
Funny. No, I'm sorry. I love that. That is one of the funniest fucking things. I had a good experience, but obviously some didn't. But like, how can we get this taken care
Can
of?
I pay you? How much?
Can I pay you some money? Come on.
Scam worth over $75,000 taken from hundreds of girls from across the country. And it's crazy because sometimes I'm like, dang, like that must be like what she's going through is really rough. Like,
The fact that she's even thinking that.
Yeah. What an empathetic sweetheart. But girl.
That's kind of like us during the Taylor Swift convention one with Rebecca.
Yeah. But that's different because like she put in the effort. This is like feeling bad with like a financial advisor that takes your money and just runs to the Bahamas.
Or like Elizabeth
that's
Teckenbrock, for example.
Right. You don't feel bad for those people. They
No.
suck.
be like, okay, like you can't be too nice because that's exactly how you got scammed in the first place.
True.
Although I will say, good for her. She didn't give her the full money, did she?
No, she was like right after that, she's like, I'll give you half.
Yeah, I think that she made the right decision, obviously.
And I don't know if that was a fake Venmo receipt, but she allegedly did get her refund. Remember she showed that?
Right, in theory.
The $202.
Yeah, she could use that screenshot to hopefully manifest $200 into her life because that's the only way it's coming back.
I felt bad for her and I contemplated maybe I should take my videos down. And then I had to remind myself, like, no, she's not getting bashed or bullied or whatever. In fact, she was the one bullying us, calling us names when we told her, hey, you're scamming us. She was cussing us out.
Billy Badass.
Go ahead, Billy Badass. She might be my favorite. Can that be a category of the award show? Favorite scammer, I don't know.
Shameless.
She's great.
Shameless scammer. We need titles for the...
Yeah, help us with categories, guys.
If you have any categories or then nominations to go in those categories, that'd be great. Leave them down below.
Yeah, that's going to be happening soon.
Big of a scam, like nationwide scam. Are you joking? On top of that, keeping my video up is so important because we all thought we were alone. We all thought we were the only ones getting scammed. She scammed a young mom whose husband plays overseas. The mom has a toddler. She's paying for international flights and she wanted her $475 back so she could use it on her child. I'm still getting messages today, Tuesday, October 7th. I have people saying, hey, this happened to me. Hey, I'm still waiting on my refund. Hey, I got a fake screenshot, blah, 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 blah.
I think that she preyed on these women because even if it's college, which I know college, they don't get paid, I don't even think. Or maybe very, very, very little. But I don't think they do at all.
They're not supposed
unless
to.
It's like a sponsor or something.
I don't even know if they're allowed to have sponsors.
That's ridiculous because they generate so much income. But regardless, that's a topic for another day. I think that the reason that she's targeting them is because she has this like illusion that like they have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to spend 400 something on a piece of clothing, she probably thinks like, oh, they got it, like that type of thing.
I mean, I don't think she really cares.
You think she'd do it to anyone? I just think it's such an interesting category.
She found a good
to
niche to like exploit, but I don't think she cares whether they have the money to do it or not.
She could have done this with anything. She could have faked being a bedazzler. You know, bedazzlers charge thousands of dollars for things.
But if she knew, like if she either was dating someone or like knew firsthand, like that people do put a lot of money into, regardless of whether they have a ton of money or if they're just like, they're really want to support their man.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
But she's definitely scamming, in my opinion, allegedly, of course. And
from what we've
heard, think that her excuses and her insults are some of my favorite I've heard on the show. I really
and then
did like
the fucking picture of her at the club, or the video of her at the club.
I really wish we would have gotten more screenshots. I would love to have seen the screenshots of her pretending to be the Uber driver. That would have made me really happy.
Yeah. I would have loved
things like that would have brought me joy.
Video responses from her. I guess she did post a video at one point, but then deleted it.
Diana deleted this?
No. Diana talks about the video that Kayla posted and deleted.
Oh, got it.
Girls who have had experiences like this, but the owner has posted a video on her Instagram page saying that people in the comments are lying, that if she hasn't sent you your items, she either accommodated you or sent you a refund. So ladies, if you have not gotten your refund, she says she's going to send it to you. Please follow up.
She'll send you a picture of it, all right.
Well, also,
I don't know about the refunds.
She says if you haven't received her order, she has said that she either refunded you or accommodated you. How are you accommodating them if you didn't send the refund or give them their clothes?
I don't know.
What is the accommodation?
Make a lot of sense.
Your money back. This is not something to play with. This is not $50 or $75. These are hundreds of dollars collectively. This is thousands of dollars. This is not a joke. It's incredibly inconsiderate to us and our money. She did say in her video that she refunded me, which is true. After I posted the video, she refunded me. But as you saw in the screenshots, over and over, she had told me, I'm going to refund you. I mean, why am I explaining myself?
Wait, so Diana did get a refund?
Yes, because she did get that screenshot, and I think that was maybe a real screenshot, even though she got it from the random person.
And she's responding to this comment that says, shaking my head, this is sad. I ordered $1,000 worth of outfits that I never got. She only refunded me after I filed a police report.
Yeah, so it's like it took either getting your video to go viral talking about it or filing a police report or some kind of like legitimate threat, it seemed like. And then she refunded Diana's, but then after that, had that customer send her the thing about like, hey, can I pay you to take the videos?
Oh my God. That was...
So she could keep doing it.
Yeah. Before we continue, we really quickly want to thank our next sponsor, and that's IndaCloud.
IndaCloud isn't just another cannabis brand. They are a fully legal online dispensary that has sold over 10 million gummies, mountains of flour, and a ton of pre-rolls, which I know are Jesse's favorite.
Those are my favorite. I love them. Pineapple Express is still top of my list. And every product you get through IndaCloud is tested in DEA certified labs and ships straight to your door, which is super convenient, obviously, if you're someone like me and you don't live near a dispensary.
But they don't just have pre-rolls. Like I said, they have gummies, they have other candies, and they have some that have melatonin in it. So if you need something for nighttime, or then they have some with caffeine in them, so you can have them during the day. Basically, they have you covered for all different occasions.
So if you're 21 and over, and only if you're 21 and over, you can go to indacloud.co and use our code DWKT for 30% off your first order plus free shipping.
That's indacloud.co and use the code DWKT to get 30% off and free shipping. And if you could take their quick little survey when you order and let them know the girlies sent you, that would help us out a lot.
And as always, please enjoy responsibly, and thank you so much to IndaCloud for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast. Well, now she's outed. I don't think that you can really, because this one, like, did it get pretty big that it showed up on your For You page?
Yeah, or I guess someone tagged me in it, but I think they have a decent amount of views. I mean, enough that all of these girls have now
I think it'll show up on the For You page of the WAGS community at the very least.
Exactly, yeah, it'll find its audience. But then also, if you go to the website now, it says that they no longer accept like Venmo. It says, I will no longer accept payments via Zelle, Apple Pay, or Cash App. Oh, it doesn't say Venmo. But it says that it's like an invoice email situation, and that did not used to be the case. I wouldn't be surprised though if WAGS Unlimited was no longer in the near future. It shouldn't be any longer right now, but
this is very confusing. DMs will only be accepted for rush orders, like on Instagram.
The business model doesn't seem very
legit,
effective.
That as well. Yeah. It sucks because I do believe she can actually make the clothes. I don't think she's lying. Like, I don't think that's AI on her website. I think she could actually do it. And like Diana said, like, if she's putting all this effort, like, she really could have slayed.
Why didn't you just
delivered all these orders? And I understand that, like, seems like nobody wants to work these days, but you know what I mean? Like, I genuinely do think she just doesn't want to do it. That's why she's scamming. I just don't know how that's easier. That would sit and crush my spirit.
I love that I pointed out the whole WAGS Unlimited had 2 Ds at the end for the website name, but then like at the top it says, at WAGS Unlimited, we create one-of-a-kind head-turning pieces made just for you. But then it's signed at the bottom. It does have 2 Ds.
Oh, inconsistent branding. Inconsistent. I don't like that.
Tisk.
Well, anyway, wow. Stay far away from WAGS Unlimited. I know you all were lining up for your outfits, but I don't know if
we have a lot of WAGs out there.
I recommend you turn around now.
We had to warn you, girlies.
Okay, next we have a fun little cheating topic, and we haven't covered a whole lot of cheating. I think other than like Ned Fulmer, why is he wrestling? Mm-hmm. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my God, I was going to say, did you want to bring that up? Because
I don't.
What is going on? What is happening? I don't understand. If you guys haven't seen, I don't know the context and what it was, but there was some kind of wrestling event. I don't know, but Ned Fulmer made some kind of appearance at a wrestling thing, and it's traumatizing.
He was sticking his tongue out. Well, anyway, that's one of the cheating topics. I'm sorry to bring him up and then subsequently show you that clip, but I wanted to talk about cheating. So he always comes up because he's a filthy cheater. Anyway, then we have the Coldplay concert. That's something we covered.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty diabolical.
Oh, there was the baby one.
The baby one.
Where he kept calling her baby, but not like in the way.
Oh, right. And then the girl came out on TikTok. Yeah, so we've covered a few, but it's like not something we get to cover very often.
They're pretty few and far between.
Yeah, so this one's fun because we get to see, right? Do we get to see the temper tantrum?
Yes, so it's a re-upload because the temper tantrum has been deleted.
I'm so sad about
then we have a story time that followed. I want to say she said that there's like reasons why she had to delete it.
But anyway, her name is Reese? Probably Reese, right?
I actually don't know. I don't know if she ever says it, but she goes viral, and it's after she found out that her boyfriend was cheating on her, and this was his reaction when she was trying to end it.
This could be my We Love the Internet, honestly.
We've actually talked about this before, and I don't remember what episode, but I know that it happened at one point because I don't know if we actually watched it or you just referenced it.
No, I think I just referenced it.
Where there's times that when guys cheat and then they get caught and they
shit, piss, and cry.
Completely crash out and start crying and don't know what to do. And it's like, okay, maybe you just shouldn't have cheated though.
Yeah.
This is to a T that exact example. The fact that she's laughing kills me.
Stop.
Do you need anything from me?
The fake wheezing. I need to take a second. That is me when I was younger trying to convince my parents I had asthma. Literally, I wanted an inhaler so bad.
She says that he did it. She's like, it wasn't like 1 minute, it wasn't 2 minutes, it was like 15.
The wheezing? Oh, I would have just crashed the fuck out.
She kept going like, do you want me to call someone? She calls the ambulance. They come.
I'm so dead. Just take him out. Just take him out. I don't give a fuck.
Do you want me to go outside?
I'm so done.
Help
It's
is on
ridiculous.
the way, okay? Just try to breathe.
Everyone is commenting.
Help is on the way, dear.
Yeah, everyone's commenting that gif.
I'm so fucking dead. Not the sneakers. Not the sneakers by the toilet. He's collapsed. He's on the floor.
Yep.
Of the
They're like
bathroom.
facing what?
That is so funny. Can you
It's
imagine
ridiculous.
cheating and then doing this?
And he's like, I want to say she says he's like 15 years older than her.
Oh my God. Well, that doesn't say much.
So this
for
is like
men.
a middle-aged man.
Yeah. I'm so. The cut to the firefighters.
I love it so much.
And then they're like, what seems to be the problem? Well, I don't know. He cheated and then he started freaking the fuck out. I'm not really.
no, literally,
sure.
her play-by-play is really funny.
Oh my God. I can't wait for this story time because she does a story time on it.
Yeah, it's 3 parts. And
Love it.
I will say, there's a lot of it that I'm not victim blaming. I don't think cheating is okay, but
She saw the
Girly.
signs.
so many signs.
Well, that's probably why she's like laughing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, at this point she was like,
Sometimes you just got to ride it till the wheels fall off. And I think that's probably maybe where she was.
oh, she did. Get ready. There's a lot of things in here that you're like, oh my God.
Last week, I had 6 followers on TikTok when I posted a video of my now ex-boyfriend wheezing on the floor of my bathroom, having a medical emergency, and because he got caught cheating. And this is the story time, so we're gonna get into it finally. Please forgive the delay. Yes, I removed the videos. Partially, there were legal threats and everything, but the main reason was because I never had intentions of this getting 52 million views in 5 days. And at the same time that 52 million people saw this grown man embarrass himself on the ground, they also saw me get cheated on in my face. So I just want to move on from it and heal and enjoy my amazing life that I have without him.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I need to let that live forever on our channel. There's
Yeah,
just
people are commenting like, well, good thing everyone else says. Like, this isn't going anywhere,
so
girl.
good. And I understand, it's maybe, but it's not embarrassing for her
Traumatic
at all
or-
from my perspective. It's
No.
like totally
No.
only embarrassing for him, which is awesome. Anyway.
Yeah.
But here's the story time, long awaited. Sorry it took me so long. I have my notes ready to give you guys the tea. I've never done this before, so I'm just gonna tell you guys as if it's my mom or my friend, and watch if you want, don't if you don't. This is what happened. So the story really starts before I even started dating my ex-boyfriend. 6 to 8 to 12 months, I don't know exactly when, before I started dating my ex, I went to dinner with a guy, and let's just call him Greg. One night, we had dinner, nothing ever happened between me and Greg, we never even kissed, but that's just important for you guys to know because we're gonna circle back to Greg in the story later on. So fast forward, I meet this guy who is now my ex-boyfriend, the one that you guys saw in the video. And for the first months of us knowing each other, I liked him since the beginning, but he would only see me maybe once a month. It didn't seem like he was trying to court me, so I didn't take things too seriously. I liked him, but he didn't seem like he was trying to be intentional at all, so no big deal. But after like 4 to 6 months of that, something changed in our relationship when we started to hang out like every single day. When I'm telling you guys, like 6 nights a week, maybe more. We were together all the time, and I really liked him, so I was happy at the beginning. But we both talked about, taking things slow because we're both adults and we're not just gonna jump into a relationship. We're gonna be thoughtful and intentional about getting to know each other to find out if we're compatible for a potential long-term future. So why did I even like him in the first place? Well, one, he was tall. He was tall with an ugly face, let's be honest.
I'm so done.
But his energy and the way he presented himself is the reason I even liked him in the first place, okay? So he presented himself as a very successful, very mature, very high-value man.
Red flag.
I fucking hate those words.
High value men.
Yeah, or high value women. They use it interchangeably.
Yeah,
I fucking hate that. Like, what does that even mean?
He was family-oriented, And he kind of was always looking down on other people, like talking shit about other people and on a little bit of a high horse. But he was confident and quiet. So he had good energy that came across, and he was tall.
Is that good energy?
That's very contradictory.
I know. It's like, I don't know.
He
if I'd say
had
that's
great
good energy.
He shit on everybody he came across. Like, okay.
That's, as she was telling it, it's like, she seems cool, but then it's like, what?
I don't think that the reasons she liked him were very deep.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it.
And I originally liked him because of those reasons. So some of the red flags as our relationship started to move forward and progress is that he would become progressively more controlling. So in the beginning, it would be little jokes and stuff about what I'm wearing. But by the end of our relationship, I had to ask this man for every single drink that I drank. Mind you, I'm a grown adult. I had to get his permission for every drink. I wasn't really going out with any of my friends anymore. So I was basically a prisoner. And we would stay home almost every night.
Wheezing Willie over there, you had to fucking ask him fucking permission to drink.
Wheezing Willie.
Can I open another White Claw, please? What the fuck? Hell no. Oh my God, that just made me angry.
God.
There's also things that he
Wheezing
made me delete my bikini pictures on Instagram. And he had my location, but I didn't have his. These are all things that I normally wouldn't be cool with, but he created this dynamic where it was like, I respect him and I do what he says. And I want to make my partner happy. So, you know, if you don't want me to have bikini pictures on Instagram, I understand why, because I look good. So I'll take them down. Oh, this is weird. So I don't ever look at a man's phone. I don't want to know what's on a man's phone. But one day I noticed that the messages on his phone were locked. Like you had a second passcode lock to get into your messages. And I was like, why? And his explanation for this was, oh, my friend has a baby and...
But where is that going to go? How do you even start?
Nowhere. It doesn't go anywhere.
Well, my friend has a baby. Does the baby know the passcode? Like, I don't get it.
Apparently that's why his friend has a passcode, but now he thought he should get one too. Her answer is really good.
Wow, this episode's filled with the best excuses we've ever seen on this fucking show.
Has his messages locked, so I thought it was a good idea. And I was like, but do you have a baby who plays on your phone?
Right.
Why do you need a lock on your messages just because your friend has a toddler? Stupid excuse, right? But I'm not Nancy Drew, so I'm not looking for
Mama,
things.
you don't have to be. You don't have to
assume
be.
that
I don't
you're
think
an adult
you could
and
be.
I'm an adult. And the way he presented himself was like he's high value standards, like morally sound. And so anytime I would bring things up, this is a red flag, he would twist them on me, start to, you know, get mad at me. Somehow, if I said how I felt, somehow he'd be yelling at me. And I'll give you guys an example. Valentine's Day. Should be an easy holiday to celebrate, you know.
Not with a
but
narcissist.
He lives in 2 cities. So
Convenient.
Most of the time he's in my city, 70% of the time, but 30% of the time he goes to another city. And he was in that other city, but I got a bouquet of flowers delivered to my door. So I was very happy. They were very beautiful. I sent him a picture of the flowers and the notes that the flowers had. And he was like, that's weird. Like, those flowers are not for you. You have another bouquet on the way.
No.
I sent those flowers for your 2 best friends.
What?
Huh? So I was like, say psych right now. Like, why on Valentine's Day would you send me flowers and also send my 2 hot best friends flowers? But instead of just telling me why, he didn't respond all night and into the next day. So what am I doing? Sitting in misery, wondering, why did this man send my best friend flowers? Like, why did you do that? Why couldn't you just send me flowers? The next day, finally, he tells me, he's yelling at me, and he's like, you know what, Marissa? I went out of the office, I went to the front of the office, and I went out of my way to place the order for the flowers because I was trying to do something nice for you, and the website crashed. I got the order that said it didn't go through, so I placed another order, but then I found out that the first order went through, so I was trying to be nice and do something nice for your friends because I know they're single.
What?
Why wouldn't it have just been more flowers for your girlfriend?
That's what she said. She's like, why wouldn't you just send me too?
That is so good. Oh my God, it took him a whole day to come up with that. That's crazy.
Why are you yelling at me? Also, any man, if you accidentally send 2 bouquets of flowers, just send them to your girlfriend. Like, why do you have to?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just send 2 and be like, sorry, I placed 2 orders? It's as simple as that. But instead, I was getting yelled at. Okay, so throughout the course of our relationship, he was controlling. I didn't really say much. I wasn't looking around, so I kept my feelings to myself. So we generally had a pretty stable relationship. This lasted for less than a year, by the way, but we were seeing each other every night, essentially.
Except Valentine's
And so
Day.
I do want to tell you guys another story about the way this man was controlling. We went to a music festival with a ton of people, a very large festival. And 2 journalists came up to our group that we were with, the friends, and they started introducing themselves and they said, hey, we are journalists here. We are doing a fashion column. And then they looked at me in the group and they said, we really love your fashion. I was like, thanks. Anyways, they asked me to take a photo. And of course I said yes. So they have this big camera and I take some photos. And as I'm taking the photos, I look over to my boyfriend and he is giving me the death stare. He is looking at me like he hates me. And I'm like, and then they start to interview me and they start to ask me questions about where did I get my inspiration. And he grabs my arm and pulls me and he's like, we're leaving. And we stomp back to where we were staying in silence and he's livid. I'm sorry, you guys, I have to do a part 2. I promise it's just gonna be the 2 parts, but I wanna tell you guys the story.
There's 3, but she talks fast. I appreciate it.
At this point, we've been dating for 8 months and we're on this international 2.5 week long trip. We're at the music festival. He's mad at me for having my photo taken, beyond mad. He's telling me, what's mine is mine. What's like, I don't want the world seeing what's mine. You're mine. You're mine.
Insane.
What, do you want to fucking put me in a closet for the rest of my life? Like, what is this? This is ridiculous.
Like shrink her down and put her in his pocket.
God, insecure men are the plague of the universe. That is just so insane.
You mean high value men.
Right.
This is not for me. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have a man control me like this. Like, I am a respectful woman. I'm gonna respect how my partner feels no matter what. But this to me was crossing a line. So right then and there, I said, okay, I didn't come on this trip to go to a music festival. I didn't come on this trip to try to get a trip. I came on this trip to try to find out if him and I were gonna be compatible together long term. And it was the first day of the festival. And I told him, I said, I'm gonna go. I started to pack my bags because I was like, no way that this is for me, not what I'm okay with. But he stopped me and he grabbed my face and was like, in my family, we don't get divorces. In my family, we communicate.
You're not married.
Nope. Thank God.
Yeah, good thing, I guess. So you can keep your family tradition.
Through things when the good times are bad, like, you're not gonna leave, you're my responsibility, you're mine,
Ew.
blah, blah, blah. And I felt like, you know, if the biggest issue in our relationship is that my partner doesn't want me having my photos taken, that's a compromise.
That's not the biggest issue,
like,
girly.
do I need my photos taken? No. So and then when he said, you know, like, this is something that we're going to work through, we're going to communicate on, we ended up talking about it, things calmed down, we finished the trip, and overall we did have an amazing trip and 2.5 weeks together internationally. It was good. On that same trip, we said I love you for the first time after 8 months, so it was a big deal for us. I was feeling very good. I was feeling like more security than I had ever felt in the 8 months.
Damn, it took 8 months to say I love you. That's kind of crazy. Not to be pro love bombing or anything, but holy shit.
Well, I just like when she's like, well, if the biggest problem is like that he doesn't want me to take
that's
pictures.
not the biggest
I'm like,
problem.
That's not the problem, though. Like, it's not the pictures that are the problem. It's that he is trying to control everything you do.
Right.
So I was hopeful about the future and I was feeling very good about where we were at and where we were going. But then when we got back from the trip, you know, it was weird.
Shocker, another problem?
Basically sat me down and told me that he felt pressured by me. And I was a little taken back, but I was also like, well, we just spent a lot of time together and maybe he was feeling a little fear of commitment with saying I love you. Maybe it was a lot at once. Like, but I was like, we're 8 months in, you're 15 years older than me, and you're telling me that you feel pressure. I'll never pressure anyone into being with me. I felt very uncomfortable when he told me that. So I took a very big emotional step back. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to just observe for the next couple of months. I'm not going to... There will be zero pressure from me.
Yeah,
there will be the
I know.
opposite
She's way
of pressure
too
from me.
patient.
And I was just going to observe, but I was giving it a timeline.
Forgiving.
And I told myself, in a couple of months, if I don't feel differently, if I'm not feeling secure with this man, then I'm going to have to end it because I'm not just going to wait around for someone to decide to be with me officially and marry me. Like, you should know at 8 months and feel confident that this is the type of person you want to be with and that you have feelings for this person in that way. So I took an emotional step back. And then it was weird because like 2 weeks later, he starts talking about us moving in together. He's like, I want us to go look at townhouses. And I didn't say anything because I'm not pressuring. But then he brings it up again. And he brings up moving in together for a third time and going to look at the townhouses. And I was just like, what? Like, it didn't feel right, but it felt good. And I was thinking maybe he was feeling pressure and I took some pressure off and maybe he's feeling good now. I don't know. But I was still in the state of mind where
a lot
I'm
of
just
things
gonna
are on
be
his
observing
terms.
this man and our relationship. So at this point, things are on a very good note. We're on a high note. And then he goes to dinner with his friends. And I knew the next morning he was leaving town to go to that other city that he lives in part-time. And he said he was having a good dinner, and I didn't hear from him that night. That's fine. The next day, I get a paragraph text message from this man. Now, this is when Greg, from the beginning of the first story time, 6 to 12 months before I started dating my ex, I went to dinner with Greg. This is where Greg comes around again. The text message that I got from my boyfriend was insanely long, and it was basically saying that his friends told him at dinner that I hung out with Greg a year before, and that he was so betrayed, so humiliated, so disgusted, that his heart was shattered, that he's never felt this way in his life. He cannot believe that I would not respect him enough to tell him that I hung out with Greg a year before we started dating. And my immediate response was, whoa, I didn't do anything with Greg. I hung out with Greg one time. We never even kissed. I don't even talk to Greg. Who is Greg? Such an insignificant night in my life. I was like, whoa, no. And then he responded and was like, you're minimizing this, you're deflecting, you can't even take accountability. And I was just like, what is going on? But the next day he left town on a flight. So I was just like, so upset. I was crying. It was raining in my city and I had to move apartments that weekend. So it was essentially the worst weekend ever. It was storming down rain. I'm crying. He wouldn't even get on the phone with me. He said he's sick to his stomach. He can't eat. He can't sleep.
Dramatic.
He can't do anything. He can't even bear the thought of talking to me on the
don't
phone.
eat then. Bye.
It was very dramatic.
Right.
This did not go on for a weekend or a week. It went on for 3.5 weeks. I'm going to read you guys some of the messages he sent me. The amount of hurt and heartbreak I feel right now is beyond anything I can put into words, which is why speaking on the phone isn't even an option for me at this time. What it all comes down to is one thing, trust, and that's been broken. At this point, we clearly don't see eye to eye on what's right and what's wrong.
For dating someone one date 6 months earlier before they started
and
even
especially
talking.
knowing how this story ends, he cheats. I'm like, oh, fucking, this is such a red fucking flag. Yeah, they always do that. Cheaters are always worried you're cheating constantly. It's like, oh my God, I hate it.
Meanwhile, he's the one that lives in 2 cities. Convenient.
Right. Yeah.
I'm getting these messages for 3.5 weeks where my character, integrity, my values are not just being questioned, they're being attacked by this man for 3.5 weeks. I cried for 3.5 weeks. I begged him to forgive me. I felt so bad. I knew it was dramatic, but I was like, oh my gosh, like I couldn't believe that he was this mad about it, right? It got to a point where it was simply unbelievable. So then I started thinking, what the fuck are you projecting on me? You're just screaming, I'm guilty here. Me as a person, my character, my respect, my integrity, none of those things have ever in my life been questioned before. But 3.5 weeks, he's making me cry. During that time, I went to Italy with my sister. I was crying the entire trip. I could barely enjoy my trip with my sister because this man was emotionally putting me through the fucking ringer. Like, I've never been so upset that I felt like I lost my boyfriend over something that didn't even happen, that was so insignificant. And I just was going through all of these emotions for 3.5 weeks. It was honestly horrible. So I thought back and I'm like, he probably has another girlfriend. Like he probably has someone else. And I thought back to months prior, 4 months prior. I don't ever do this. I'm not Nancy Drew, but the one time I did this, I was looking, who does he follow on social media? Who does he follow on Instagram? This man's digital footprint is like non-existent, okay? So his social media, he hasn't posted in 5-6 years. You can't find shit about him online. But I was just looking through his followers. And I looked at this girl's profile and I looked at her story and I recognized that she immediately blocked me. So that raised a red flag. Like, why did you block me? Weird. But I didn't think much of it because maybe she's an ex-girlfriend. Maybe she doesn't know who I am. I don't know. What was weird about this girl though, what stood out to me in my mind is that she blocked me, but a couple of times she was looking at my friends' stories on Instagram. So what it seemed like from an outside perspective is like she blocked me, but was still keeping an eye on me a little bit from my friends' social media. But again, I wasn't out here questioning things because I was with this man every night and I just kept my mouth shut. But after 3.5 weeks of him attacking my character and all of these things, I was like, maybe this girl is someone I should reach out to. Like, why would you block me? And after 3.5 weeks, I was like, the relationship is over anyway, so why not just message her?
Real boy. Oh, is this her Coachella outfit?
Yeah, she posted that after all of it. The people were like, let's see the magazine thing.
Damn, she looks good.
Or I guess it wasn't Coachella. It was like an international festival.
Oh, got you. I could see, why they came up to her. She does look good.
I'm actually boarding a flight and I get a text message from this girl who I was suspicious of. And she was like, yes, I've been seeing this guy for the last 6 months or so.
Jesus.
Great.
Almost our entire relationship, my boyfriend was seeing this girl on the side, here and there, but it doesn't matter. She said that he would leave work. go to her apartment, hang out with her for a little bit. He would go home and I would have a lasagna made. I would literally be waiting for dinner. And I would always wonder, why are you working so late? But he was always like, I live in another city and the time zone is 2 hours behind. So an 8 p.m. meeting here in our city is a 6 p.m. meeting in another city. And I just let it I never questioned that. But turns out he was probably seeing this girl or other girls going over, hanging out, and then going home to me.
Yuck.
Disgusting. You're disgusted? I'm disgusted. I asked her about my Instagram, like, why did she block me? And she said that she blocks girls who she doesn't know. So maybe she knew about me, maybe she didn't. I don't think she did.
Wait, she blocks girls she doesn't know randomly?
Weird.
That is just a very strange practice. Okay.
Yeah.
Because she is not the enemy. I am not the enemy. This man and his actions, that's what the issue is, not this girl. Because she liked him too, you know? She was being lied to and manipulated the same way I was. And she also had to remove her bikini pictures from Instagram.
He's just the bikini picture vigilante. He's like fucking making everybody take him down. Not a single bikini picture's
so
gonna survive.
ridiculous.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Having your side chick remove her bikini photos and your girl, like...
Well, I'm sure she didn't think she was the side chick.
Yeah, no, I think she thought she was... Everybody thought they were the main one.
She did say that he told her he could only call her from a blocked number most of the time, so she...
Perfect.
If someone told me that, like...
Are you Batman?
So here's the thing. I can only call you from a blocked number. No, literally, what would even be remote? Like, what would the explanation be there?
Like, literally, if you're in jail, that's pretty much it.
Like, sorry, I'm in witness protection.
Yeah, something like that.
He was just an expert liar and manipulator, and people were fooled, including me. But the moment I found out he was cheating, after 3.5 weeks of crying myself and feeling like I fucked things up, of course, I knew it wasn't me. I'm not that type of person. I knew my character was in check. I was like, period. Like, say less. I immediately felt healed because I was like, I knew I was not the problem. I knew it was you all along. He could barely talk on the phone to me. But as soon as I found out that he had a side girl, he was on a flight back into our town at 6 a.m. the next day. Funny how that works out, right? Anyways, we go to dinner the next night about his side chick. And he sits down and he's like, I'm sorry. I loved you. You were the one I wanted to be with. You were the one I sent flowers to. And yelled at me for sending 2 bouquets on Valentine's Day. You were the one I loved. You were like, I was finally getting there. I was like, sitting there, I was like, and he was like telling me that I have needs. I'm a man with needs.
Oh, of course.
Does anyone here on the internet think I was not fulfilling this man's physical needs? Be fucking for real right now. So we had a dinner at the Cheesecake Factory and I spent an hour there. When we got in the car after, he was like, so have we cleared the air? I was like, yeah, like whatever. I didn't say that, but just like, wow, you know, for 3.5 weeks, you didn't have to put me through that psychological warfare. You really didn't. Oh, and it turns out that the day he started the fight with me, he went to his city because we knew he took a flight back to his other city. Guess who was conveniently in that city that weekend? Her.
The side chick.
Guess who spent the weekend together? Them. Guess who was taking photos of each other and having our little rendezvous, a romantic weekend? Them. While I was moving apartments, crying my eyes out in the rain, was miserable, was emotionally unconsolable. He was having a little weekend, having little cocktails with his side bitch. And he was like, she was already going to be in town. And just because she's going to be in town doesn't mean you have to make it a whole romantic weekend or even see her.
The fact that he is justifying it.
He's like, come on, it was easy. It was right there.
Yeah,
How was she was
there.
Why
you're going to expect me to say no?
You started seeing this girl after we were seeing each other. So it gets to a point where I'm immediately over this man, but I was still upset that he let me suffer and cry for 3.5 weeks. So after this, you know, he came to my apartment one night unannounced. And this is the footage of the video that you guys have seen.
Oh my God.
And he's telling me, you just want to relive the past. I was like, I want to relive the past. You spent 3.5 weeks torturing me about one dinner date with a guy that I had 6 months before we were dating. So who wants to relive the past here? This was our relationship. It was just an insane lack of acknowledgement, accountability. The same exact things that he was telling me, I could have copied and pasted the messages and sent them to him. So it's insane how people's guilt will really make them project that onto whoever else.
I don't know if I would say guilt, but yes.
Honestly, I think it's their subconscious. Like, it just does it.
Yeah.
Oh, but that weekend that they had that little rendezvous, the girl told me that she saw things from another girl at his place in the other city. So it wasn't just me and her. There were others. And he's telling me, you're the one I loved. You're the one I wanted to be with. And I'm like, great, I'm number one. Like, please stop.
Out of how many?
You know, get out of my apartment. And this is when he starts to breathe heavy. For 3.5 weeks, I had also told him, I have chest pain, I'm crying, I couldn't sleep. I was having my heart broken. You guys know, if you've had your heart broken, that there's physical pain. I was telling my mom that, I was telling my friends that, I was telling him that. He did not care, but he's telling me in my own apartment, he's yelling at me, I have chest pain. And I was like, oh my God, for 3.5 weeks, I've been telling you, my heart is physically breaking here, I'm in pain. And he said, yeah, but I could actually have a heart attack.
Because you're old?
Why? Because you're older than me?
I'm so done. Yeah.
Your chest pain matters, but fuck mine, right? So I just sat there. He's heavy breathing. He proceeds to go into the guest bathroom and splash water on his face. And I was like, take a minute, collect yourself, right? No, but it was not a minute. He's in the bathroom making the noises that 52 million people heard for not a minute, for not 5 minutes. This is going on for like 15 minutes. And I'm sitting out here like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is clearly fake. What do you want me to do? Give you comfort? That's why I was laughing in the videos, you guys, because it was a performative, comedic experience. Like the entire thing, clown show, circus, it was a joke. I couldn't take it seriously. After so long, I was like, you need medical attention, clearly. You need a psych ward is honestly what you need. But I kept saying, I was like, do you need an ambulance? Do you need an ambulance? Like, I gave him a water bottle. I was like, get off the floor. He let me call, after 5 minutes of saying, I'm going to call 911. I called 911 finally, because this grown man will not leave my apartment. He will not stop wheezing. So I call the paramedics. I call 911. They get there pretty soon, and they come in. Well, he has calmed down, I guess, all of a sudden. They asked him, like, have you had a lot of caffeine today? Do you have a history of panic attacks? Like, what's the deal?
It's so embarrassing.
And he was like, no, I don't take any medication. And I don't really know what I can say with HIPAA and stuff. But
HIPAA doesn't apply to you, girl.
No, it's just the healthcare professionals.
Yeah.
And I was standing there giving them the side eye. Everyone in the room knew that this was a joke. And then they asked me, who are you? And I was like, well, I was one of 2 girlfriends, so now not anymore. And it all made sense to everyone. There was a stretcher in the hallway. At one point, they were in the hallway, and the paramedic that was in my living room was like, so how much do you pay for rent here? And we just started having a casual conversation. Like, first responders are meant for life-threatening emergencies. It's not cool. It's not funny to fake it. You should never use your like this to waste city resources, but also to try to manipulate someone. So it was just beyond fucked up. But as this was going on, I was like, man, I am so happy that this man is out of my life. I liked him a lot, and I finally saw him for who he truly was or is, and everything became crystal clear.
Yeah, he's a fucking loser. Oh
yeah,
my
I was gonna say, well,
God.
I mean, he kind of showed you who he was several times leading up to this, but I'm glad that you got out of it.
Oh my God, that is just fucking insane. Oh, he's 41. I guess people did the math. Wow, that is insane. To be a 41-year-old and be acting, I mean, I don't even know if this is high school acceptable.
I don't know what I would do if someone just like was collapsed on the ground.
Yeah, I would probably do what she did. Like, I would probably be laughing a little bit.
Like laughing.
Yeah, I would have been
like, okay,
yeah.
So I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna you can stay
Well, it's
here.
her
Take your
apartment.
time. I know.
That makes it even worse. If it was his apartment, I would have slowly backed out and left.
Yeah, no. That's what she was like. I called because they I couldn't get this man out of my apartment.
Oh my God, that is so funny. But honestly, on a real note, despite how many funny aspects there were to that story, she dodged a major bullet. Can you imagine if she would have had kids with that demon? Like, genuinely,
I don't know why she was so like, she would say stuff he did and then be like, well, and then we like talked about it and it was
some
okay.
people are
like,
very passive. I know people like that in my life too. Like, they'll say something and they'll be like, oh, I don't know if it's a big deal. I'm like, big deal. Yes, it's a big deal. Big deal.
Like,
I don't
huge, like flashing lights.
Yeah. Some people are just more passive than others, and just in general, like more patient and low key. And I'm just so not that way. And I don't think you are either, that it's hard to see that perspective. But I think she just
could not fathom it. Yeah. No, and she seems like cool, but then some of the stuff she said, I was just like, oh no. We're not okay with that.
That was very funny. That was lovely, and I enjoyed every second of that. Anyway, beautiful.
Same.
We love the internet?
Indeed.
I've got 2 choices. Have you seen that Indian circus?
No.
Of course you haven't. It's like, literally, it was like plaguing my fucking For You page for an entire day. It is the laziest, funniest circus in the world. Like, the tricks, they do like half a trick and then they go like that. And the crowd is just like, okay.
What's the other option?
So I have that. Or it's like that you can, for someone's birthday, you can like hire someone to come to the house and do like a thing for them.
Like a telegram?
Yeah, it's a Michael Jackson one.
Let's see that one maybe.
Okay. It made me laugh because I literally think the girl had just woken up and she was so confused.
Oh my God. I would be terrified.
One of the top comments is like, this would have put me into psychosis. Like 100%. This would have sent me over
Literally,
the fucking
did she
edge.
know that she was coming down to this?
No. Look at her. She's so confused. And he doesn't even say a word. He just starts performing.
I guess he's there filming. So, or someo's filming it.
Yeah.
So she like knows that she's not alone. But like, oh my God.
Not alone. Yeah, no, this isn't an
Michael
intruder.
Jackson broke into your apartment. Oh my God. I don't know how people are willing to do these. Like, it must be so uncomfortable.
I know. And he better work too, because he does have the dance moves.
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. Look at that. Come on.
Yeah, no, it's very impressive.
Go Kappa.
Ooh, a lot of makeup on there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of makeup
Go Kappa.
on.
Oh my God.
You know, so this is a sorority house. Got it. Anyway.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that made me laugh.
No, that was a good one. I would have been mortified.
No, literally. First thing in the morning, no thanks.
Well, like this made me laugh earlier, especially because I don't remember ever buying them, but I do have a random set of calligraphy pens.
Oh, okay.
That surfaced at one point, and I was like, where did I buy those? And then I saw this, and I was like, yes.
Do you know what now is like the perfect time for? Doing that work project that's due in 3 days? Oh, no, silly. Learning calligraphy. What? Yeah, and there's like these pens. They're only $300, and they're only $375 if you buy the ink. But I haven't even started on the work project. That's why this is perfect time. I could probably do that work project in a day anyway. Did I mention you also get to buy cool paper? Cool paper. Yeah, and if we stay up all night reading Reddit threads about calligraphy, and then we spend all day tomorrow at work practicing calligraphy. By Friday, you will be a calligraphy expert. Friday. That's the deadline for the work project. Calligraphy is more important than work, my friend.
I fear that is you. Lily will push just about anything to the very end except for random hobbies that you just found or to do.
Less like hobbies necessarily, but like random projects,
tasks,
perhaps.
Random tasks, yeah.
Correct.
And I think that's like selective focus from ADHD. Is that what it is?
Well, that's what ADHD is.
Oh, it's just like your focus goes. I thought it was like you're on different things at once. You're not really anywhere. You're kind of on different things.
It's not a lack of focus. It's that you can't control where the focus is. I actually saw it described one time as normally if someone had the lights on, you can see everything. A person with ADHD, it's like they have a flashlight and they can only see where it's shining.
Oh, that does make sense. Yes. Interesting.
But at the same time, then it's also kind of like everything at once. But it's more that everything at once is like gets you overwhelmed. So then you just don't do anything.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Well, anyway, that was funny. That's all we got for you, though. So Cosmo and Wanda must be skedaddling. We must be flying.
Time to go learn calligraphy.
Oh my God. You have the things, right? For calligraphy?
They're right here.
Oh my God. See? Yep.
I literally don't remember buying them, though. My sister, though, also has ADHD, and she asked for that for Christmas one year.
I'm so dead.
You know, you don't ever see my handwriting, but it's
nice.
I've been known to have nice handwriting, yes.
Oh, love that for you. Well, guys, if you made it to the end, we appreciate you very much, but that is all for costume number 2 and for this episode. But as always, we hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you on Friday. Goodbye.
Cheers.